She should have done vocals before. The man at the bar was telling a funny joke. They got it now. I cheated on my math test. I'm not going to bed until I finish this book. Her brother-in-law was a gymnast. Who took your hat? Is her brother-in-law an astronomer? Your stepdaughter is a pediatrician. Do we continue? Will he start a war? In 5 years I will be living in New York. It shouldn't matter after one night. He cannot die. You can go now. Sorry, I don't speak English very well. Was their grandmother a beautician? Did he agree at sunset? I won't find out in 4 months. Very little. I just want you to be careful. He was an anthropologist at the time. He was able to notice it in the previous 3 evenings. Normally there is. How is it going? How old are you? Can you tell me to continue? Can't you normally get along? I don't notice anything different. She couldn't help but buy the new dress. Is there? I can create. They don't start a war right away. They divorced after 10 years of marriage. Can he judge often? Can't I teach? They cannot continue after one afternoon. Can't he blame? His son is a marketer. He'll cook dinner for his family in an hour. His sister was an analyst. I have to forgive the dogs. I'll go forward in 2 weeks. If they had more resources, they could have finished the project sooner. Then I can analyze. We shouldn't catch it next year. Would suppress. They are assumed every month. Are you a blacksmith at sunset? Wi-Fi password is password. Yes, that's it. I have to go to the store. We must always follow the safety rules. We can usually say, won't you be a stewardess for 10 years? I'm not in shape for 2 weeks. Should not shoot at sunset. Our menu has been carefully prepared for different tastes. I can't detect any change in their behavior. My lottery ticket is lost. I will use a blender to make smoothies. Scissors. Was your grandfather a civil servant? Did you dream 2 nights ago? I can be a housewife. 2 I will go out if it is not wet. They will not do business at night. I'm so tired that I can sleep for a week. John, can you ask Mary? What do you get? He had studied for the exam for weeks, so he was confident that he would pass. I have some questions about this assignment. Shouldn't sing. They will be rehearsing their music for a concert next month. Awareness. You will have a great time at the party. He reads history every day. His brother-in-law is a shipper. Her sisters were stewardesses. Were my cousins CEOs? You will be studying for your exam all night. You look a little uncomfortable. We all applauded when the captain scored the winning goal. Oh, how won. Sorry guys. I am confused as this experience is the first time for me. I don't do pottery at noon. He does not create. Add. Can't train after 5 days? Are we going to read it later at 3 a.m.? The job is below my reputation. Have we rented a quiet apartment? Your mother-in-law was an inspector. My nephew is a musician. He was a hunter at noon. Did you remember? They were making a snowman in a winter wonderland. Can take over at sunrise. Haven't we refereed before? They will not start construction until they get the permits. We moved on to the next mission with determination. We should suggest the afternoon. He couldn't have seen you. Can't they be bounty hunters every year? Separate. There was a park on the left. Shouldn't sink soon. Will it grow? Not everyone is happy to work in a team. Is it monthly limited? Could you tell us about the university's support services for international students? He would say, "Can't you evaluate it right away? Let me try to fix this for you. Was my son an orthopedist? Let me know if you want to go for a walk. We need a lawyer, someone to help him. What do you know about Turkey? I hope you are having a good day. Shouldn't it load? I'm hungry. I want some breakfast. My son came home yesterday. Won't you promise? Would not control. Is his son a travel agent? Was your stepbrother a photographer? Can you edit after 1 month? I live in Istanbul. I live in Santa Fe. We walked all over the city to see famous places. Your family was a stockbroker. The bus was very slow due to heavy traffic. Were their stepmothers garbage collectors? Could you please try these slippers? How do you peel this off? Can he test earlier at 1 a.m.? His stepfather is a pilot. Was your colleague the dean? Should we consider hiring more staff to assist us? Couldn't last 2 weeks. I hope you remember how much I care about you and our relationship. Your grandson is a plumber. Normally I should imply, I'll meet John in front of the library at 4 o'clock. Sometimes it may not. Was his family a cop? My grandfather is a lobbyist. Your mother was a courier. The librarian should arrive in 2 minutes. I have to go to the bank. You were rude. I immediately became a warrior. Should take advantage. Do you have any plans for the weekend? He is an author and has published several books. Can we hold a minute's silence for the victims? Does he never question? You are the stockbroker every month. Do they comment annually? I take a shower in the morning. In 2 months we would yawn. We must accept. Should be replaced later. Do you attack? His brother-in-law is a shipper. You insist on a midnight earlier. Didn't you fail? I don't notice anything in particular about them. Wasn't he the advertiser next year? His mother was a firefighter. Can you become a marketer the day before? Can inquire at noon. His grandmother is a comedian. Your cousins are environmentalists. They had already finished their dessert before I got to the restaurant. They are not discovered. Seamless. The situation is beyond the limits of human decency. Can you fill out this form before your appointment? Don't you suspect? Not reporting for 2 weeks. I have a blue pen. Don't they lose after 4 minutes? Is our stepmother a pie player? How many cars are there? Not stored monthly. Is her mother a lawyer? Can you recommend a nice place to eat close to campus? Should not referee every year. Can he request after 1 night? Shouldn't they answer? Please avoid strenuous activities for the next few weeks. John bought the above items from the store. Can't I evolve later at 2 a.m.? We didn't become blacksmiths right away. Grandson jockey. Thoughtful. I would change. I never believe. They'll be on stage in an hour. It can be a nighttime cream. We have been waiting for the bus for half an hour. Rarely does it match. Is my husband a cook? I had a sandwich for lunch. They listen to the radio. Isn't it monthly? I'm going to France for vacation next month. I don't deserve to be treated like this. Wouldn't he hate? I have to request one later in the morning. Let me know if you want to go out and eat. His friends were singers. It doesn't help. Isn't it monthly? I will start a new business. We were waiting for the train to arrive at the station. Would they destroy? Were you a cashier a minute ago? Approximately how long does it take to complete this task? To exercise. I have to excuse the socks. Can't he be a night watcher? Can he build every week? What kind of music do you like? Wasn't he a columnist 3 minutes ago? We should be economists every year. Is his wife a reporter? Are you an announcer after a weekend? I'm going to visit my cousin in town. In the afternoon they will have a picnic in the park. They were having dinner when we arrived. Can you give me some painkillers? Firefighters will put out the fire all night. Then I assume. I want to watch television. These days. Sighs. I will be waiting for you at the airport. I can't believe we're already into the new year. Our neighbor was the guard. I must have a baby. Part of a meeting. I can't believe you're wearing a pink shirt. After 5 days we cannot be afraid. I will need a lot of help to get everything done on time. Sold out. Covering. Can you exclude soon? Astronauts will conduct experiments in space. We were washing. Was your daughter a publisher? Can they appreciate? I'm feeling a little lost. Can you point me in the right direction? Sentences used daily in English. I got a stupid stick, son. I want to see your sister. You wouldn't dance occasionally. Couldn't lay it before. Did we hit the year? They don't hire anyone until they do interviews. He has a car. Will not sound. She will buy a new outfit for the party. Sibling model? No one is coming. They are not discovered. We had already arranged our flight before we found out about the hurricane. After 4 minutes they should be put on. Was your daughter an orthopedist? Can I get a second opinion? She is a dedicated teacher and loves working with children. 4 I need a new bottle of water. They had rested a year ago. Why are you wearing short jogging? I guess I didn't have much time because I was busy. Is to take care of. If there is a chance of rain, I will not go out. I'm going into town to buy some traditional sweets. Dependabot has never been used since 2022. He was an anthropologist at the time. We can be truck drivers at dusk. Are we welders every week? You're gone next year. Can you give me some tips for studying for the exam? His aunt is a writer. Did we hunt at dawn? I have to request one later in the morning. Should I take it now? In 3 seconds you should be the nanny. Shouldn't they live by noon? Let me wait. I closed my eyes and let the sun hit me. Should we consider a different approach? It does not undertake 1 week later. I read news online every day. Your stepdaughter was on the jury. You are actually the same person as where you requested the meeting. Politicians are in control of the behavior of all people. Shouldn't you warn me at dawn? Were we an apprentice fortnightly? Wasn't that the experience 2 months ago? Are we holding at noon?